Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, back here at the 90th Annual Texas High School Coaches Association and Convention here in beautiful San Antonio, Texas. And we are here with the head coach of the state runner-up Austin LBJ Jaguars from 2021 season, Coach Jahmal Fenner. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule to come chat with us.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me.
First off, congratulations on an amazing run last year. You guys you guys at South Oak Cliff last year as inner-city programs kind of captured the imagination of the state by doing something that hadn't been done in a long time, playing for a state championship. I know you guys came up a little bit short, but that doesn't diminish, I feel like, the unbelievable season that your coaches and your kids had. You've had some time to reflect on it. I know, the first week or two after the game, you're a little down. You're a competitor. You want to win the state championship. But, now that you have a chance to take a step back, how special was last season for you guys?
It was truly special, having an opportunity to reflect and just refocus. We realized, what we did was truly made history, especially for LBJ and then for the community of Northeast Austin. So even the city of Austin have an opportunity to go play for a state championship. So, we felt really good about, the season that we had, going undefeated. That was the first in the history of the school, and then going to state was the first in the history of AISD in 47 years.
Yeah.
So it was great. It was truly special.
When you get into the grind of the off season, and you start to try to plan ahead for 2022. When you were doing your number one, you guys moved up from 4A to 5A, so you had a chance to do spring football. Did you guys do spring ball at all?
We didn't. We didn't do spring football.
So, but UIL gives you a lot of flexibility there in the summer to do the skill, along with strength and conditioning, get to do your skill work and that kind of thing. And you got your off-season program as well during the school year. What were some of the things in off-season? Everybody wants to get stronger, everybody wants to get faster, but were there anything specifically you guys really wanted to look at, especially when you got out there and did your skill work?
Yeah, we definitely just try to build chemistry amongst our players. We know that we got returners, and then we got some young guys that's going to be able to step up in roles. So we really focus on building chemistry and just trying to reestablish the culture of what you've done the year before, because if you can reestablish your culture and your chemistry year in and year out, you can have a great opportunity to win football games and make deep runs. So that's really what we focused on. Athletic-wise, we got the talent. We got the speed on the outside. We got the running back Cedric Alexander coming back.
He's a good player. Yeah. I feel like if you give the ball to him, good things happen.
Well, that's the goal.
Makes coaches look smart, doesn't he?
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely.
And you mentioned the chemistry. You have to build that every year, because every year there's a group of seniors that leaves, and those seniors have been there for 4 years and were ingrained in the program, and you got to kind of break in those young guys and get them going. So it's always kind of a revolving door as far as trying to build that up and helping those young guys can continue carry on that legacy that's left by the seniors that moved on, right?
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. That's what you have to do. Obviously, like you said, everybody wants to get bigger, faster, stronger in the offseason, but that chemistry is really critical, because if you don't have that chemistry, they're not going to play together as a team. You won't have the success that you want to have. So we really focused on that.
Football is the ultimate team game, and there's no game like it out there. In basketball, you can have one dominant guard who can score 30 points. Baseball, you can have a dominant pitcher, that kind of thing. Football, everything's kind of working together, offense and defense. How do you balance that team concept with also trying to help your kids reach their individual goals? Because, these kids, they want to go get college scholarships. They want to go play at the next level, but you're trying to still keep that within the framework of a team concept, right?
Absolutely.
How tough of a challenge is that for you?
To me, it's not as challenging, because we promote an individual success. We believe if an athlete has an individual goal, it's going to make him better for the team. He just has to understand that it's team first. And so that's what we really focus on. We focus on the individual, and then we know if they're making strides, if they're putting in the time, they're putting in the work, obviously being committed to the program with what we do, but then outside of it, I really believe in connecting my kids with trainers and, just getting them developed. So, once you establish that everybody understands their role and then you create that identity, it's really easy to manage that culture part.
It's a communication, right? You have to be transparent with your kids, and then when you're transparent with your kids, I would say it's the same thing, that they're going to be transparent with you and kind of and be more open with you and your coaching staff about what their goals are, and you guys can help them reach those goals, right? right?
Absolutely.
When you look at your ball club in 2022, obviously you're moving up to Class 5A. It's not unfamiliar for you guys. You guys were a very successful and competitive program when you were in 5A, moving back into the Austin ISD 5A district. When you look at your ball club in 2022, what do you feel like your team is going to hang their hat on? What are the strengths of the LBJ Jaguars going to be this season?
Yeah, we're going to be what we've been year in and year out. We're going to be fast-paced. We're going to be physical, and then we're going to execute. So those are the three things that we always focus on, and no matter who is there, you graduate your seniors, you got your sophomores coming in, juniors. That's what we're implementing. That's what we're focused on.
You talk about executing, and I've talked to Jason Todd at South Oak Cliff about this. There has been in years past perception of inner city schools being quote unquote undisciplined, not well coached, that kind of thing. I feel like that perception has definitely changed over the years, and coaches in the inner cities are getting a lot more of that respect. They can coach ball. You guys can coach ball just as good as your counterparts in the suburbs. And I've seen some suburban coaches reach out to inner city coaches now to talk to them and get ideas and that kind of thing. How proud are you to be an inner city coach? But how proud of you are you that the perception of that has changed? And your ball club is one of those things, because I've talked to suburban coaches who watch your kids play, and they say, hey, LBJ is very, very talented, but they're also a well-coached, disciplined team that executes. How proud of you are that?
Very proud, because everyone wants to be respected at that level, and so not being one of those programs and teams that they say, oh, they just good because they talented, to see that, it's respected coaching and then discipline-wise, that's really what you want your program to mirror. You want to be able to say, what, my kids can match up with any program, and it doesn't matter, about the talent level. We know that we're going to be just as disciplined, and we know we're going to be just as well as coach, and that's what we really focus on.
All right, now, and on that same note, before we let you go, I wanted to let you know, coaching school is about mentorship, and you see your old friends, and you guys are seeing guys that coach them in high school, that kind of thing. Who are some of the coaches that, as a young coach, really mentored you and helped you get to where you are today as a successful head coach of a program?
Yeah, first and foremost, my former high school head coach, Andrew Jackson, he got the job at LBJ. I came with him, and then he passed away in 2017. So first and foremost, I'm here because of what he's done and the foundation that he's laid, but I do have some other mentors. Coach Lynn, Carlos Lynn is another mentor that he's been reaching out to me. Coach Gilbert, Chris Gilbert, Sad Jackson, Aaron Fletcher, which he's at the collegiate level. Yeah. But I got quite a few guys that I reach out to and I lean and depend on that are really helping me process.
Now, here's a question. Now that Gilbert's in Austin at UT, shout out Coach Gilbert, now that he's there in Austin, has he invited you over for barbecue yet? Because, he can do some work on the grill. Has he invited you over yet?
I haven't had the barbecue yet, so I'm going to have to get over there.
We need to see how good it is, right? Yeah, there you go. Coach, appreciate your time. Enjoy coaching school. Appreciate what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas, and good luck in the 2022 season.
Appreciate you, Matt. Thank you.